Hey everyone, welcome to the video. I'm Amy and I post 3 videos a week. I post a lot of full face first impressions, a lot of 3-day foundation wear test, monthly makeup favorites, things like that. If that sounds like your kind of content, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on mine. In today's video, we are talking all about emcosmetics and their brand new Venetian Rose Collection. This is my first dive into emcosmetics. I am so excited to be trying all of these goodies. I can't wait to show it to you. So like this video if you are into emcosmetics. And I did pick up this palette as well, but I did only use this palette. So like this video if you'd like to see me use the Magic Hour shadow in a video, and let's get into it. All right, let's see. Let's see what I've got here. Okay, I made 2 orders because when you make your first order, you get, I think it's 15% off, maybe 10% off, something like that. But you can't take that % off on the new collection. And I wanted to just get the full collection because I haven't tried anything from them, so I could get a variety of things, including these earrings. Came with that. So my first order was for the original palette and the brow cream. So that's what I got there. And then I made a second purchase and I got the Venetian Rose set collection situation, which comes with the Venetian Rose palette, the Venetian Rose liquid serum blush, the Venetian Rose lip cushion, and also the powder blush, because I felt like this gave me like a variety of everything that I could try. Obviously they do still have more things and I wanted to get them, but I was like, this is a lot of money already. So let's just get this stuff, see how I feel about the brand, and then I can explore further. But I've heard such amazing things about this brand, honestly, so I'm not worried about having wasted my money. Now that I've got everything open, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait till the sun comes up and I will do like full arm swatches of these. So I will insert that here so you can see the Divine Skies, oh gosh, Magic Hour eyeshadow palette versus the Divine Skies Venetian Rose palette. Here is Venetian Rose and here is Magic Hour. Now looking at the entire collection, like all the colorways that they have so far, the Clementine, Magic Rose, Magic Hour, Venetian Rose, the Magic Hour one probably talks to me the most. It's a little bit more muted, a little bit more pale, a little bit more neutral. But I definitely wanted to get the new collection because I mean it looks beautiful and right up my alley. But that's why I ended up getting this as well, because I was like, but I really want this one because I've been wanting this one for a long time. So there's the swatches of those. Now let's dig into these blushes. Okay, so I've heard a lot of people say that this is very glowy and it gets glowier the more you build it up, so you have to be careful. And I think I've heard that the pump, like the dropper pump, doesn't actually work for it, so oh, my pump is crooked. It's a really pretty, like, burnt rosy color, like burnt cheek rosy color. But yeah, this definitely does not even fit in here. Like, yeah, I might actually just take the dropper off of that later. So now let's look at this one. This package is so pretty. Like, oof. Oh wow. A very similar tone, a little bit more pink. I think this is a little bit more neutral. This is a little bit more pink, but it looks like radiant Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I'm excited about that. Now, the little click lippy thing. What do they call it? Lip cushion. Okay, that has a lot more pigment than I was thinking it would have. So this is all Venetian Rose. We have the serum blush, the powder blush, and then the lip cushion. So I'm gonna kind of blend that out to see. Oh, I also got the brow. The brow that I got was, I got the tinted brow cream, and I got the shade Blonde because I've been trying a lot with my brows, and I know I have brown hair, but I feel like whenever I do enough to my brows to kind of keep them in the shape and the place that I want, they always seem very, very dark to me. So I thought I would try a lighter brow cream. So we'll see. I don't know if that was a mistake, but we shall see. But first, I think I actually want to start on the cheeks. I'm obviously still very juicy. I did not set my face. So I think I'm gonna go in with the serum and then the powder, and hopefully that's not a mistake. So for the serum, I think what I'm actually gonna do oh my gosh, this stupid thing does not work. Yeah, this does not work. I don't know why they put it in this thing. Okay, I'm gonna put it on my hand and then onto my cheeks, I think with my sponge. So I've got a dot on my hand here. I'm gonna pick a little bit up and kind of move it around my hand. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I think that's beautiful. Obviously I went up a little high, so now I have like that reverse raccoon situation. But look at that on my skin. I have heard a lot of people say that their gripe with it is that it's too glowy, or like it's so sheer and so glowy that when you try to build it up, it ends up being too glowy, but I don't feel like I need to build that up at all. Like, I have plenty on my hand. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's lovely. Okay, I was honestly expecting not to really like that, but so far I really do. I think that looks beautiful. So there we are. I feel like this is a nice wash of blush. I think the color is really pretty. It does look kind of like that rosy sunburnt. Yeah, I like that. It doesn't feel too sticky to me, but I'm used to wearing cream, so take that with a grain of salt. Okay, I think I'm done with this. Let's go on to the powder. Now I have a feeling the powder is gonna have like a lot of impact, especially because of how juicy my cheeks are right now. So I'm gonna use my Flower Beauty brush because it's so like fluffy and light that I feel like I can get a lighter application. Oh, that's pigmented. It made the glow a little more subtle and less like wet looking, but it's still very much a glow. Love. I think that's super cute. I will try it when I'm wearing more powders too, because I do feel like this is like pretty a lot, but I like a lot of blush. So I think I'm gonna zoom you in and we'll do the eyebrows and then the eyeshadow, because I feel like that's the way that I want to do it. I don't know. Okay, so these are my brows completely untouched. Okay, now I'm gonna take a clean spoolie and just brush them up. All right, what I want to do is I normally would probably take my pencil and kind of give a basis and then put a brow cream in, because this is my first time trying it. I'm gonna do the brow cream first just to see how much pigment it actually puts down. So it's this really cute package, okay? It's black and white. It has this cute little gold cap on it. Oh, okay. I thought the black side was the handle, and it's got a super tiny handle, which, or brush, which I love. Wow. Well, I'm actually really glad that I did not get a darker color because I feel like that's plenty dark for me. And it actually has so much more hold than I was expecting from like a tinted brow cream. I feel like normally they don't have that much. Okay, well, like grip and hold, you know, from the beginning. Okay, one thing, I don't know if you can see it, but it does have a little bit of like extra product at the tip of my brows on some of them, and I only dipped in the one time and it did all of this, and it still has so much more to give me. Now I'm going to take a blank spoolie and just try to knock this off. I think that's pretty good. I feel like I would probably still want to do the pencil on the bottom to give me kind of like a cleaner line on the bottom. Yeah, I can't imagine having gotten a darker color unless I had like black hair. I'm honestly so impressed by this. I was not expecting it to do so much to my brows, honestly. I'm honestly pretty satisfied with that. I don't think the shape is exactly perfect, but like I said, I probably would do a pencil first. But like the color, the amount of pigment that it laid down, and like the hold, this one hair is like just really strong, but like that did a lot for me, honestly. I am only going to use this one today because it's the new one, but let me know down below if you would like to see this one in a video on Instagram, anything like that. I'm going to use, take my NYX 16 into the lighter brown in here. Super pretty. Hold on. Okay, I wanted to make sure I was still had my mic on. I'm gonna just build that up a little bit, kind of in the outer corner, and then into the crease. I think that's a really lovely shade. The shadow is blending really smoothly. I'm into it. Let's see, I think I'm actually gonna go into the rosier shade next. It's the shade Venetian Rose. This is the BH Studio Pro number 17, and I'm going into Venetian Rose. So that like tan color we just used is clearly a different tone, but they mix together so lovely. Okay. And these are quite pigmented. I'm going in very lightly, like one tap, tapping off my brush, and I'm getting all of this. Like so. It's blending really, really well. I like the way that that looks, the way it mixes. Whereas I'm gonna take my 16 back into that tan shade just a little bit because I feel like the shape on this side isn't as good as I want it to be. Let's see, which one of these shimmeries do I want to go into first? I think I'll do two of them. Let's see. I think what I'm actually gonna do is first I'm gonna take, actually, stop saying actually, I'm gonna take this for number 2 into the deepest shade, which is Embrace, and I'm gonna go a little bit just on the outer corner. Okay, while I have this brush, I'm going to go into the first shade we used and just do the under eye, the lower lash line. Lovely. Okay, I'm going to take my finger. I think I'm going to go into Cherish, which is this one, I believe. Oops. And it's like this really bright pink. It looks like it might be a duo chrome kind of color. Ooh. Those are pretty color. It's like a cotton candy pink. Okay, I feel like that's a really pretty color. Not exactly the vibe I was going for, so I'm going to go into this, I think it's Charm, on the same finger, so it might mix a little bit, but this definitely seems like the color I was going for. Kind of a more, I don't know, romantic moment than the brighter pink, so I'm putting it in between so it's got a nice gradient. I feel like the first pink that I used is more of like a fun, colorful kind of color, like you're going for something like interesting, and I'm kind of going for something like romantic. So I'm gonna do it the same way on the other eye so that I get the same effect. All right, I'm gonna go off camera, put on some mascara, and we will come back and finish up and talk about everything. All right, so I'm back and I got mascara on. I'm gonna take, before I get away from the eyes, I'm going to take a tiny little brush and I'm gonna go into the last shade that I did not use, which is Honeymoon, which to me feels a little bit cool toned and silvery for what's going on here, but I wanted to see it in action with the rest of the colors. It's a little bit more taupey than kind of how it appears, but it might look more cool toned in here because it's next to that warmer red, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's really pretty. Super bright. I don't know if you can tell the difference that made because it's such a small part of my eye. But yeah, it definitely has kind of like a, it's like a taupey with like a pink tone to it. Yeah, it definitely goes with the color. So one thing I already know I don't like about this is that you can't click backwards, so you have to use what you click up. So I've clicked it up one time for the swatch, one time for the lips. All right. See, that's a lot of pigment. That's pretty dark. I was not, well, I mean, it's not a dark color, honestly. It's kind of like a light medium color, but that's so much darker. That feels so good. It's so much darker than I thought it was going to be. Just because I thought these things were kind of sheer, but they are very like balmy. But it's like colored like a lipstick. And it's got like a gloss finish. It's a really pretty formula. I don't know if I love the color. I feel like it's a little bit more fall for me because my skin is so pale that this shade looks like a deeper nude kind of for me, you know? But I do think it's a really pretty shade. Let's do a really quick rundown of my thoughts on everything. So the first thing I used, the Serum Blush. Color, love. Formula, love. The way that it went on my skin, I really liked it. The way it looked, I really liked it. The packaging, super cute, but really not functional in any way, shape, or form. Like, this is how unfunctional this is. Like, I should not be able to do this. So, that's a definite con. I wish that they would repackage this and maybe give it like these. Okay, same package, but inside this, instead of a pump, it should be a brush, like a fingernail polish brush. So much better. Yes. Yes. So that's how I feel about that. The powder blush, I really like I really like this as well. I do think this is a little bit more rosy than I would have chosen, so you might see me pick up Magic Hour in the future. If you do, shut your goddamn mouth, because I think the formula is really beautiful. I can't wait to try this kind of on its own so I can really see it. But it actually kind of reminds me of the Charlotte Tilbury when you mix Pillow Talk together. Not the color, but like the texture, or the Cover FX monochromatic blushes when you mix the two together and you get that really, like, it's like so beautifully reflective without being metallic or glittery or anything like that. It's just a really lovely like sheen. Ugh, so pretty. I can't wait to keep using this, and I love the package on this. This package, 10 out of 10. All right, the eyeshadow palettes. Obviously, I can only talk about this one since I haven't used or even swatched this one yet. You will have seen that swatch, but I haven't seen it yet. And I will say, I am happy. I'm very happy with the formula and the colors and the color story. This is definitely like an everyday. I mean, obviously it can get a little bit more smoky than like everyday, but this is a palette where you won't have to think about what you're doing. You can just grab this palette and you know there are like, 5 or 6 really good looks that you can just go to. You know what I mean? Obviously there's enough variety in here where you can have some fun and have some variety. One shade that kind of disappointed me was this one here, the pale pink. It's kind of a duochrome, but it is quite a, I don't even feel like it's a dry, look at it, there we go. I don't feel like it's a dry formula necessarily. It's just a little bit more powdery than what I get with some of my other metallics. And I do have other metallics that are a similar shade idea that just do it better. They're a little bit more metallic, they're a little bit thinner and maybe more baked kind of formula, or they're a little bit more like moisture, like juicy, creamy kind of color. This is kind of in between where it's a little bit thick, so it feels a little bit like powdery. I don't want to say dry because I feel like dry is a different feeling, but it's kind of dry for a metallic. But this one, yes, this one that I put on the majority of my eye, really creamy kind of powder. And this one also, look at that. That's a super metallic color. Like you can see it next to this one. This one just looks really lackluster. So I would say that is the dud for me. The formula of the mattes and everything, it blended super easily. The colors go together really well. Like a lot of people say, it seems like she does really well with like a color story and making colors that are just tonally and just different enough to do enough for you, but still blend and work beautifully together. Like my entire face, like it's all the same color story, but every color is a little bit different. It's not necessarily a monochromatic moment, but it does all work together really well. I forgot about the brow. I am really pleasantly surprised. I can't wait to see how this holds up and try it again tomorrow with a brow pencil as well to see the combination, the full brow effect of what I would typically do. But so far, I am elated that I picked this up. So happy. Thank you, Tara, for incessantly recommending this brow product and making me try it, because honestly, it does so much for my brows. Like, I am a lazy brow person because I don't care about my brows, but I know they do make my finished face look more finished. So I'm so excited to have this. And then the lip. I do think the color, not my favorite. It's a little bit too dark for me, I think. Maybe a little bit too rosy even, because I do prefer like a cool toned pink mauve-y moment. And this is a little bit more rosy. It makes me feel a little bit more adult. I am almost 32, so maybe, but I do think it's like very wearable. It doesn't make my teeth look yellow. I don't think it looks out of place on me. It just makes me feel like a lady. But it is so comfortable, and I've been talking this whole time. It hasn't done anything weird. It isn't going outside my lines. It isn't gooping up. It isn't making a weird Like, it's literally the color of the inside of my mouth. So maybe it's the perfect color for me, honestly. We'll see if I keep wearing it. Maybe it's just like the combination of colors, because I kind of wanted something a little bit more softer, and I feel like it's giving a little bit more than what I was wanting for today, but we'll see. I will keep using it. I love the formula and everything, and it will be hard for me not to pick up more of them. You might see me pick up more of them. Who knows? The earrings that came with the Venetian Rose collection, I think they're really pretty. I don't think it's something I will necessarily wear all the time, but it was a nice little freebie to get. So yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out so much. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!